Good afternoon, Bethany. Today's devotional comes from Acts 5, verses 17 through 26. Then the high priest and all his associates, who were members of the party of the Sadducees, were filled with jealousy. They arrested the apostles and put them in public jail. But during the night, an angel of the Lord opened the doors of the jail and brought them out. "Go, stand in the temple courts," he said, "and tell the people all about this new life." At daybreak, they entered the temple courts as they had been told and began to teach the people. When the high priest and his associates arrived, they called together the Sanhedrin, the full assembly of elders in Israel, and sent to the jail for the apostles. But on arriving at the jail, the officers did not find them there, so they went back and reported. "We found the jail securely locked, with the guards standing at the doors, but when we opened them, we found no one inside." On hearing this, the report, the captain of the temple guard and the chief priests were at a loss, wondering what this might lead to. Then someone came and said, "Look, the men you put in jail are standing in the temple courts teaching the people." At that, the captain went with his officers and brought the apostles. They did not use force because they feared that the people would stone them. Today's devotional is a powerful sign. He arrested the apostles and put them in prison. In 1988, South African Lutheran pastor Seshwani Simon Farasini preached at the first youth gathering of the ELCA. He had been detained without trial 4 times and tortured during the apartheid era. Protests by Lutherans and Amnesty International helped free him. During his sermon, Pastor Farasani told the youth he was wearing a small cross given to him by Lutherans in El Salvador, where Christians were often imprisoned and killed because of their ministries amid a terrible civil war. Prisoners and their congregations made these crosses by knotting colorful string. The crosses were so light and flexible they couldn't be used as weapons, so guards allowed them to be shared in prison and beyond. Yet this tiny cross was a sign of solidarity, freedom, and hope. Pastor Farasani wore it to remind himself of all those still imprisoned for following Jesus. Its weight was light, but it was heavy with the message of the life with Jesus Christ. I think in the light of all that is going on in these times, it's very important that we are lucky to live and very blessed to live in a country where we can follow Jesus without fear of repercussion, where we can share Jesus' message with everyone and love others just as Jesus loved us. As we continue through the summer, let us continue to love others just as Jesus loved us. Please join with me in prayer. Dear Jesus, stand by our cross. Empower me to stand with all those who suffer because they follow you. Help me to love others as you have loved us. Amen. Thank you and have a great day.